Hello there, I'm Garry Foster and welcome to episode 15 of What Price Victory. And in today's game, it's back to the A-League and it's Western Sydney Wanderers in a massive game against Melbourne Victory in an A-League semi-final series two-legged affair. So the semi-final will be played over two legs, which is not actually what happens in the real world, but still in all, this is the hand we're dealt with. And the first round, or the first leg, will be played at Wanderers' home ground. As you can see by the table there, Western Sydney Wanderers finished the regular season on 45 points, and Melbourne Victory, they came fourth on 38. But let's click on Victory and have a look at their schedule, that they are into the semi-final series by winning the A-League elimination final 3-2 over Western United. So that was a good victory for them. So we've had no games for the past 2 weeks, so we could be a little bit rusty, but training, everyone has trained really well. Just also too, if we go back into competitions, we can see that in the Asian Champions League, Seongnam finished first from the Korean K-League on 11 points. Western Sydney Wanderers, after a slow start, we finished second, also on 11 points, but with an inferior goal difference by 1. And if you see, back to our schedule, that we beat Johor in the final group game 3-0. It was a little bit disappointing because there was a number of chances that we could have had to improve that scoreline and perhaps finish top of our table, but that wasn't to be. Just go quickly in there. As you can see, everybody played quite well, and we'll just quickly watch the goals. Okay, so in about 19-20 minutes, through ball for Petratos, square ball attempted, but it was deflected off a defender. Nazarene picked it up and Petratos was there to pick up the scraps. Attacking corner from Jugarkovic, just ball seemed to bounce around in the Johor penalty area, and Hamed put the ball in the net. Hamed was instrumental in the third goal, worked the ball into the box and picked up Bacchus, who was coming up from midfield. So he was unmarked and he put it through. As I said, there was a bit of a spring in our step. Thought that we might have been able to get that other goal to make it a little bit more interesting, but wasn't to be. The Champions League draw will be coming up in a couple of weeks' time, and that's not played until August, so we've got about a 3-month wait for that. This will be the team that will take on Melbourne Victory in the first leg of this grand final qualifying semi-final. We've got Mejias in goal, Traore, Kankar, Wright and Gordon in defence. We've got Antonis, Bacchus and Metcalf in midfield, Terise and Abini, our wide attacking players, and we've got Hamed up front. So we'll submit those and we'll go to the game. Okay, so wrong button. We will submit that team and go to the match. So very important for Wanderers to get a clean sheet, and also to obviously get a couple of goals to take with them down to Melbourne. Leave your mark here. Okay, so Victory kicking off in their white shirts. Would expect a home victory, but form would indicate that we should. But we've been on a very arduous Asian Champions League group qualifying game for the qualifying from the group for the last 3 weeks, I think it is. So it's a chance to play back in the A-League semi-final series. So in real life they haven't done that for quite a while. So Traore bursts into the box and absolutely rips that goal home. So great start from Wanderers. Would expect them to be match hardened after their Asian campaign. Antonis, Therese back to Traore, and he absolutely belted that one. So Mejias, who's just signed a new contract with us, which was good. He wanted a fair bit of a pay rise, which I begrudgingly met, and then, as luck would have it, a goalkeeper from the English Championship was unregistered, and he looked quite a lucrative buy. But we've made Mejias our keeper, and Urbini our striker. Well, wide attacking striker anyway. So that's two quick goals. So solid start by the Wanderers. See, Therese comes in, Hamed, Bacchus, and Bacchus was instrumental. Money ball over the top. Bacchus actually played well, and he's had some nice numbers with him. So we're got high hopes on him for next campaign. Okay, but Victory. Victory on the attack straight away. But Mejias made himself big and was able to get the ball. Look, we've gone into our shell now. Agostino tracked back by, I think it was Kankar, which was well dealt with. So we'll give them a little bit of praise. Don't want to stroke them too hard. Hamed on the ball, back to Metcalf, through ball to Therese, but block shot. Will we get the C to corner? Yes, we will. So Therese with the corner, floated in, Hamed and I think it was Kankar up there, but all to no avail. Okay, so a little bit of encouragement. Being a two-legged game, obviously we want a clean sheet. So Traore with the throw-in, Antonis, back to Kankar. Bacchus again to Metcalf. Wide to Traore, first time ball in, but Hamed gets beaten to the ball, but Gordon's up from the back, and now Gordon has been caught out of position, and Gordon has had a tanty with me during the week because I wouldn't register him for the second phase of the Asian Champions League. You can only have 3 foreigners, and unfortunately he's down the pecking order. Mejias and Aziz, they were the preferred ones, with Hamed as my 3 foreign players. So he's had a tanty with me, and I've subsequently transferred listed him. He's Polish nationality. Okay, so Victory trying to bring the ball out of their goal, but poor clearance. They're immediately under pressure. The Beanie heads the ball on, but that's not what we want. Okay, long ball. Rojas again. We've got his back to the goal. Defensively we seem to be set up well. So if they just want to play it around here, they're not making any impression on us. Except now, where they get in behind us. And Fitzgerald with a low hard cross, and there we go, Agostino. Agostino gets one back. There was two things wrong with that. One, it's a goal we didn't want to concede, and B, the timing of it couldn't have been worse. So Rojas, Fitzgerald got him behind us, and defensively I thought he could have been challenged a little bit for that. So that's a shame. So right on the stroke of half time, we've let these clowns back in the game. So I think we need to be assertive. Just find another gear. We need to take control of this match. Okay, Hamed on the ball, closed down by a lot of Victory players, surrounded by white shirts. I think I'll wait probably the standard 15-20 minutes or something like that before I look at subs. I mean, Ziggy Gordon, he's the one that's been the most disappointing. Well, he hasn't played for quite some time. And I was a little bit hesitant to pick him, but if I didn't pick him in this series, it probably would have been his last game for the Wanderers. So hopefully he can pick up. Fitzgerald again drives into the box, and the cross comes in for Agostino. Heads it into Medjas. Long ball with Traore to Abini. Abini on the ball, can't, checks his run into the box. Metcalf does the same, turns it back to Bacchus, who has a pretty hopeful shot on goal, I would have thought. So those two early goals set the tone, but then we've gone back into our shell, and probably need to give them a kick up the bum. No one's playing poorly, apart from maybe Gordon, but Antonis with a free kick. Metcalf maybe sub him off. Give Aziz a chance. Bacchus also looks a little bit tired and emotional, so I'll plug Agarkovic into that. Agarkovic's had a up and down sort of year. He's played really well, stopgap measure back in right back for us, but he's also had a little bit of an injury of late too. So was that Fellaini in the middle of the park? Was unmarked, but a good save. Yeah, I'm happy to go with that recommendation as well. Okay, so header. Boys have gone to sleep with the last couple of games. I think they expect they only had to play for 10 minutes and that was it. Traore and Antonis. Still want them to be positive because I want them to try and get this third goal. Abini comes in. Can he finish? No, keeper makes himself big and puts it behind for a corner. Garkovic looking for Hamed, and there he is. No, got out jumped. Wilmering, who's won the National Youth League Player of the Year, he's played some minutes for us. Hasn't set the world on fire, but he's been a good player for us. Okay, so well, hopeful ball through Konomides. Oh, big challenge there on Fellaini, but he was offside, I believe. So last chance for Victory. Time running down. Oh, he's got to be offside, surely. Good save by Medjas. Okay, Clown, just put your flag up a little bit quicker. Okay, there we have it. Melbourne Victory are in the fortunate position then of taking a 1-goal lead to Melbourne, but Melbourne do have that all-important away goal. Pleased with the performance. We need to move on and not allow ourselves to become too comfortable. I can go with that. A win's a win. We have to rate no. I like that second one. Oops, not what I wanted. The second leg is in a week's time, so let me go and do a little bit of admin and we'll come back for that second leg. Okay, so a week in game time has progressed and we're now to the second leg of the A-League semi-final series, where Wanderers will be away to Melbourne Victory. So just quickly looking at the competition, as you can see, Adelaide United 1-1 in the second leg at home, but the Newcastle Jets are through to the grand final, so they're the first team through. So that's good news for them. Okay, let's go and have a look at the team selection that I've put together. Slight change to the formation, where away from home I've gone with a defensive midfielder. So I've got Medjas in goal, I've got Traore, Kanka, Wright and Gordon in defence, Vukarkovic as the defensive midfielder, Bacchus and Aziz in a supporting role in midfield in front of him, Therese and Abini are wide attacking players, and we've got Hamed up front. So plenty of talent on the bench. So we're reasonably confident that we can get a result down here, bearing in mind that we've got that 1 goal advantage. I don't think this game is going to end up 0-0, so we'll need at least a goal or two. Right, tunnel, we'll send the assistant to that. Okay, so Wanderers are kicking off. So it's a sellout crowd in Melbourne, so not quite sure what that would entail. Probably about 50 or 60,000 I would have thought. Depends on where they're playing it. Therese with a good ball through, but Aziz didn't have the legs to pick that up. So Broxham brings it up, but easily cut out. Now Aziz with Hamed. Therese, he can get behind his defender, but he'll have to check, come back to Bacchus. Back again, Abini can't get up to head the ball, but he gets across away, and Hamed from only a metre out jumps his defender, and that's a crucial goal for the Wanderers. That's crucial. Away goals don't count in this, so it's just goal aggregate, but that restores the 2 goal advantage that we had very early on in the first leg, but Hamed from only a metre out, so out jumped his opponent. So good start again to be 1-0 up after 2 minutes, but we're out of the blocks early last time, if I remember, and we put the queue in the rack for most of the second half, so let's hope that doesn't happen again. So I might be a little bit less generous with praise this time round. There, Economides through on goal and shanks it wide. That was a very, very important miss. Okay, so Rojas. Okay, playing the ball across our penalty area. Oh, good save by Medjas. Defensively, I'm relatively happy how we're set up, although there's still a question mark about Gordon and how much longer he'll be a player. But yeah, we'll work with what we've got. Bacchus with a good ball, got set up there with Abini, who pulled the ball back, and Bacchus had a great shot, but wrong side of the post, unfortunately. So Fitzgerald, who was our nemesis in the first leg. Rojas finds a bit of room, far post to Economides, and Medjas plucks the ball out of the air. Certainly Melbourne need to come out of the blocks at us. It's They're not going to draw their way into this, so they need to pull that goal back. Give the boys a bit of encouragement. Hey, so Rojas gets behind our defenders again, but hopefully he'll get closed down, but the ball gets pulled back across the top of the box. Seem to be taking one too many passes. They're trying to be very intricate. Okay, pressure goes up. Ooh. Our defender there, Ziggy Gordon, he did well. He was outnumbered by attackers, but did enough to put them off. So Agarkovic, free kick, and cracks. I think the goalkeeper must have got something on that. I wasn't expecting it to go that close. That Therese with a corner, and nowhere near Hamed, unfortunately. So Agostino can't do anything, so it's half time at the football. So dressing room, we will have to be assertive, and we need to find another gear to take charge of this game. Bernie is demotivated, which is a shame. We're certainly not out of the woods. Or we're certainly not in the grand final, that's for sure. So Brillianti. Ooh, what happened there? Free kick, okay. Didn't think it was for offside. Rojas. A lot of blue shirts unmarked on the right hand side there, but into the side netting. Megias, long ball down the middle to Hamed, gets out jump to Konomides, gets the ball. Victory seem to be content to play a very patient game, and they realise that there's plenty of time left on the clock, but this through ball, oh gosh, Megias came out of nowhere. He was completely in no man's land there. That could have been disastrous, but I think it was Kankara, one of the defenders, got him out of an extraordinary amount of trouble. Economides on the ball again, needs to be closed down. Can play it back to Broxham. A lot of space, didn't track him across. Three blue shirts in the middle, they are near post. And Megias with a save. The Victory players are in the goal box, and they're still wanting to pass the ball back, which I find extraordinary. I thought they would have been able to take it on, but Abini with plenty of space in front of him, but it comes to naught. Everybody's playing poorly. Defensively, we're okay. Last pass just doesn't seem to be working for us. Oh, plenty of room. We were lucky there. But I'm going to bring on Ogla, who's had some goal-scoring heroics for us in the Asian Champions League, so I might bring him on for some fresh legs. I'm happy to keep the defence as it is. I've definitely got a place for Gordon in my defensive setup if he just doesn't get a tanty on me. Therese pulls a good save out from the keeper, but nodded on by Victory, but there's no one there to clean up. So looking at another substitution, which I'll pull Bailey right off for. Wilmering. And there we have it. Hamed with the goal. Just need to have a look at the replay there because it was from a funky angle. So Traore with the corner, only half cleared. Right nodded it down to Hamed, and Hamed turned on the spot and shot. Okay, so that's given us a good buffer now. We just need to make sure that nothing silly happens in the next couple of minutes. Agostino with a great reply. Great reply. So 4-2. Now the aggregate score. I still need to get 2 quick goals. Instructions. That was a good reply. Agostino with a great goal. Right, I've seen enough of that. "15 minutes to go. Just need to make sure, look at Kankar. Him on for Natta. A fresh pair of lugs, and Agostino puts the ball just wide. Good grief. Okay. Traore. Free kick, no, never. Too high, too wide. I just need those subs to take effect. Okay. Agostino on the ball, or D'Agostino. Ooh, specky, but not to be. I think a shot more in desperation than anything else. Okay, so 2 minutes to go. Garkovic. It's caught in possession, but Bacchus cleans up. Back to Garkovic. Also not sure why I can't do any shouting on the instructions, but Agostino's through again, and this time he puts it past the post and the keeper. I can't understand why I can't click to change. Is it something up here? Oh, because I haven't confirmed the changes, you idiot. You idiot. Strange instructions to come in the 93rd minute to press there forward. Okay, so that should be just about it. Oh. Okay, Mejias can play it out now, but there it is, full time. So a 2-1 away win from the Wanderers. So 4-2 on aggregate. So despite me not confirming those substitutions, we were able to get through to the big dance. I'll give them all a bit of a praise. That was, and went on to finish the job. Yep, happy with that. Right, so there's a fair bit of admin there to do between now and a week's game time, which will be against the Newcastle Jets at home. I didn't think that was a home tie. I thought the grand final was played on a neutral venue. Newcastle Jets A-League grand final. Anyway, that's the lot for today. A 2-1 victory over Melbourne Victory in the first leg, and that was followed up by a 2-1 scoreline again in the second leg. The strength was that we both scored early, and we were able to not so much dominate the game, but hold on in a couple of circumstances. So I'm Garry Foster. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll catch up with you soon. All the best now.